Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Tokyo Reds. We are Liverpool fans based in the land of the rising sun, and today we're outside Tokyo Station, which is a very nice station in Tokyo. It's obviously the main station in Tokyo. It's called Tokyo Station. It's in Shin Godzilla at the end of the movie, which is an awesome film. If you haven't seen it, go see it. And yeah, it's 100 years old or 100 yuan, something like that.
100 years old, 2015 January?
Yeah, which is pretty cool. There'll be information below in the description. So, yeah. So, upcoming game, we got Crystal Palace this weekend. A lot of what goes into this game really depends on what happens against Spurs in the Cup, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think the key thing against Spurs though is that we're resting players, that we can rest everyone, have the first team that played against West Brom, have them fresh for it. I think that's key.
Do you think Klopp will rest players, or?
I hope so. He should do, really, because just have how much they've played, up to now. Yeah, with a bit of luck, especially I'd like to see like Wijnaldum, Lallana, and maybe Klein as well rested, because they've been, and Milner as well, I suppose, because they've been, they put a lot of legwork in. They're kind of key to our success, right?
I was going to say start Moreno against Spurs. I should have said in the last video, but
no, fair enough. Cool. All right. Well, Crystal Palace, they've had a mixed bag so far. They're 11th in the league. They lost the last two games, 1-0 against West Ham, and then last weekend they lost 3-1 to Leicester City. John, do you think? I mean, they're a bit of a bogey team for us. Do you think? Are they our bogey team?
I don't know. We've got so many. But it's interesting. I was looking at the stats for that Leicester game, and I think they had 23 shots on target. So they had 23 shots, but only 7 on target. So it's. I don't know if that's a good statistic or a really bad one.
Well, it's pretty much. I mean, we had 21 shots and 7 on target against West Brom. So.
Yeah. So, I think their biggest attribute will be Benteke. Because Pardew really knows how to play to his strength. It's like Sam Allardyce, right? He just lofts the ball up to him. And to be fair, that really works for Benteke. And when he has scored, that's what they've been doing. So, yeah, I think they are a bit of a bogey team. And we've gone on a run, haven't we, of like a certain amount of games where we haven't lost. And it's always difficult after like 7 games you haven't lost. Fortunately, something's coming up.
Yeah, fair enough.
Later,
Yeah, I was going to say, classic if Benteke comes back to haunt us.
it would be classic. But I mean, it's one of those that goes both ways with Benteke, because yeah, he knows our team. He probably knows our weaknesses, but at the same time, the majority of those teams, the majority of our players and Klopp, they were training with Benteke for a year or so. They're going to know his weaknesses and they'll know how to play into that.
That's a very, very good point. I mean, to be fair, so they have got some decent players, you know what I mean? In attack, they've got Wilfried Zaha, Luke Remy, Zaha and Cabaye. They've got Andrew Townsend, Jameson Punchin as well. John, out of those players, are any other sort of big dangers you can see going into this game?
Cabaye's a good player. He's really good in that midfield. He can kind of break people down with he's got very good passing. I was trying to articulate that. I couldn't really get it, but he can break up the run of play because he can just loft balls in, and that's probably why Benteke would work in a team like that. But I mean, Zaha, there's a lot of hype around him, wasn't there? He's alright, but he can be got at, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not. He hasn't been the most prolific.
Quiet, yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been the most prolific goal scorers so far, to be honest. But there we go. Tom, do you think there's anyone else we should be worried about?
No one else is coming to mind other than whoever's in goal for them, because people having great performances in goal at Anfield.
Don't they always?
Apart from the Liverpool keeper, that is, unfortunately. I mean, for me, similar. Cabaye, he's difficult. Benteke, he's probably the main danger man. He'd probably love to prove a point as well.
Oh, he has got a big point to prove, to be fair. So, John, serious question now. Just how much of a bell end is Alan Pardew?
Massive, to be honest. He's a dickhead, isn't he? He's just... He's done nothing. That's the thing, and he's like, he gives it the big I am and stuff like that. He's just a bit of a prick, isn't he? I suppose, but I suppose you've got to be if you're a manager. He doesn't headbutting your players either, I suppose. Well, no, it wasn't his players, was it?
No,
was it his own player?
No.
Oh, yeah, the people's player. Yeah, he's just it's a talent.
Yeah, so like, you know, he did it, you know, and no one really comments about that, do they? Like, he did nut another player.
He did. I think, did he get a touchline ban?
Yeah.
I can't remember how long, but you never know with the FA. No, I think what really annoyed me last year was at Selhurst Park. We won the match, and funnily enough, it was Benteke who went down for the penalty, scored the penalty. He was getting it from the Palace fans. Pardew goes and signs him, even though he was moaning about him so much in the interviews, like, oh, Benteke should be banned for this. He's a cheat. I wouldn't shake his hand. Goes and signs him less than a year later. So that's interesting. But now Pardew, I think one thing that's really annoyed me with him in the past, he's one of those people who, like I say, he hasn't won anything, but I think it was the cup final when Palace played United in the cup final last year. They took the lead. In fairness, they were playing very well, but he starts doing the celebratory dance.
Shocking.
Don't do that. I mean, Klopp's got a point. Don't sing my name until the game is won. Don't. But yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, fair enough, Cole. How should Liverpool approach this game?
Don't change anything. That's how you just got to approach every game now. We've just been playing. We're so good. That's the, I was going to say that's the problem. It's never a problem. We're so good, and nobody's really found out how to break us down. Like, some of the best managers in the world haven't been able to figure out. So I have absolutely no worries that Pardew has cracked the enigma that is Liverpool. We're going to go there. Is it Anfield? No, it's... Yeah. We're going to go... And I just think... Fuck him.
Fair enough, yeah. Okay, cool. Tom?
For predictions, or?
Sorry, yeah.
Like what we're going to do, sorry.
Yeah. How do you think we're going to approach?
Same. I say it too often, but I'm saying it often because it's working and it keeps on working. Stick to the same system. Start Wijnaldum this time, definitely. Wijnaldum, Lallana, Chan back to the bench, but definitely bring them on. I think it's obvious now, Firmino, Coutinho and Mane. I think it's got to be them three, definitely. So keep it that. Get at them early. Definitely get at them early. They won this fixture last season 2-1. It was one of Klopp's first games, but now it's Klopp's team, and this will be a point for him to prove to Pardew, by the way, you won when I inherited a side. Now it's my side, and I'm going to put you to the sword. I hope we fucking hammer them. Sorry.
So yeah, I think I do think we'll batter them, to be honest. I think now that Wijnaldum and Lallana's back as well with full strength, we will do them. So there we go. So score predictions, John. What do you think?
I think it's going to be, I dare say it, I think it's going to be a clean sheet. So I think, because I still reckon, because Pardew's going to go to win this game. There's no doubt about that. But I just think we'll have too much for them in the midfield. I said Cabaye's a good player, but he's not that good. No one really stands out in the team. And people are like, oh, would Benteke come back to... It doesn't even matter that he's gone. Because, we sold him and we bought Mane, basically. So, unless he's spoon-fed everything, Benteke's not going to do anything, because he didn't do anything for us, you know what I mean? Then he had Coutinho, Firmino and all them around him. So I'm not really too worried about him. So I think it's going to be... I'm going to go 3-0.
Fair enough. I'm going to be pretty similar. I'm going to say 4-1. I think Benteke probably will score, but hopefully I think we'll be like 3 or 4-0 up by then. So it won't really matter. Tom?
I want to say something, but I'm going to try and be sensible. After the Man United game, I got brought back down to a 5-1 and then 0-0. But
like a 50% success rate with that prediction. So
true.
I'm going to say 3-0. I think clean sheet. After what we did against West Brom, the fact that we could score 2 against the Tiny Pillar side. By the way, he hadn't lost against Liverpool for 8 matches up until then. The fact we could score 2 still made it nervy, but I'm going to say 3-0. I think we'll probably win the match early on, change players, and then just keep it at that. I think we'll keep a clean sheet. I really can't see them scoring against us, and happy to be saying that. But when you got that front three, I mean, not just the front three, when you got Lallana and Wijnaldum, who how he hasn't scored for us yet, I don't know, because he was inches away against West Brom. He deserved a goal. That from 5 even.
It's a very, very, very dangerous unit, isn't it?
The thing is, well, it's a front 3, but then it becomes like a back 7. You know, because they all get back to defend. So that's like that's why it's been working. You know, so it is just one unit. It's not just like we've got these 3 good attacking players. It's like we've got these 3 fellas who attack and come back.
No, that's the thing, innit? The work rate's outrageous by the boys, but there we are. Cool. Well, yep, there we are. Let us know what do you think's going to happen. Let us know in the comments section down below. Like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know, get us every 2 videos a week. It's pretty awesome. So there we go. Yeah, like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. All that amazing stuff. All the information will be scrolling up and down. And yeah, we will see you later after the Crystal Palace game. Come on, the Reds. Let's do it. See you later. Bye-bye.